There are 4 principles you need to follow to get stronger for jiu-jitsu, and if you ignore these, you could be doing a huge amount of training and completely wasting your time. And if you apply this information, you'll be so much faster, stronger, and more dynamic than someone that follows a generic gym plan. By the end of this video, you'll know how to structure your own training plan for jiu-jitsu strength and conditioning and avoid a lot of the common mistakes that leave people frustrated and not making progress. So let's get into the 4 things you need to know to build an effective workout routine to make you stronger on the mats, starting with the one that I see barely anyone doing. And that is performing plyometrics and ballistics. Jiu-jitsu is a dynamic, fast-paced sport, and these are one of the best exercises that you could be doing to build these qualities as a jiu-jitsu practitioner or hobbyist. Plyometrics involve accelerating your own body through space, and we see this all the time in jiu-jitsu and other combat sports as you try to take your partner down and engage in dynamic sweeping and throwing efforts. You want to get these done as your warm-ups in the session, as you'll double the use of getting them done efficiently and using them to warm up for the rest of your session. Yielding patterns on the plyometric side and rotating patterns on the ballistic side are some of my favorites and some of the ones that I train the most. Moving on to the next problem that I see so many jiu-jitsu athletes get wrong, and that's not following a clear, structured program in the gym. You shouldn't just be going to the gym and YOLOing your way through the sessions. This will just have you spinning your wheels and get you absolutely nowhere over time. Instead, you want to have a clear structure to your program. Plyometrics and ballistics at the start, followed by your key lift strength movements before you get into your jiu-jitsu specific accessories at the end. To make sure you're doing exactly that, I've put a program together for you to follow. It's going to have everything that we're going to run through in this video, and you'll find that at the link in the description. So download that now and you'll know for a fact that you're not wasting your time when you do get to the gym. Okay, so now that you're following that program, make sure you do this next thing as well, or it's just going to be a waste of time. Keep a track of your lifts and what you're doing each week and progress them as time goes on. Otherwise, you won't have a clear idea of your progression on the lifts or how much progress that you have made over time. And seeing this progress is great and one of the key things to keep you motivated and keep you coming back to the gym. And as you start to feel the difference on the mats, it'll be so much easier to get your training done each week as you'll be feeling stronger and stronger in jiu-jitsu. Also, if you want to know what movements that you should be focusing on as a jiu-jitsu athlete, I have a video here that'll run through the top movements that you need to spend your time focused on. Okay, so moving on to the next principle, and a lot of people are surprised when I bring this one up. You should probably be doing less in the gym than you think. That's right, if you find yourself burned out from trying to do all your training at once, well then this one's for you. Jiu-jitsu is already such a tough sport with a high demand for cardiovascular fitness and strength. So if you're going to the gym and you're trying to blast out really difficult workouts every week on top of this, you are hurting yourself way more than you're helping yourself. My recommendation is to take a minimum effective dose approach and apply this each time you go to the gym. Scale back your gym work and do just enough to progress each week. And focus the majority of your energy in jiu-jitsu, where the skill progression is more difficult and where it really matters. Because your physical training should just support what you're doing on the mats, not take away from it. And if you find yourself beat up from all the training that you're trying to do in the week, you're just not applying your physical preparation properly. Then this next principle is more of a nutrition principle than it is a training principle. And it's something that I see so many people just completely ignore. You have to eat enough food to fuel your body properly for all this training. There's no way you're going to be able to blast out 3 to 4 hard jiu-jitsu sessions per week alongside getting to the gym 2 to 3 times on top of that, while under-eating and staying in a caloric deficit the entire time. Many people underestimate just how many calories they actually burn in jiu-jitsu. In the past, when I've done my own research and I've worn a heart rate monitor to training, I've found that I've burned sometimes up to 1,000 calories in a jiu-jitsu session, which is a crazy amount of energy. And if you're not replenishing all that lost energy, and on top of that, your sleep and your recovery isn't that good, you're going to burn out by just not having enough energy to just do all the training. So make sure if you have goals of improving on the mats and in the gym, that you're eating enough carbohydrates to give yourself energy and enough protein for recovery. For carbohydrates, you should be aiming for between 4 to 6 grams per kg body weight. And for protein, you should be aiming for 1.8 to 2 grams per kg body weight. Doing this will ensure that you have the energy for hard rounds and good gym workouts while recovering from all the training that you're doing. So now, it's all well and good to know all these principles, but where does it all come together to make sure you have an effective week of training? Well, keep watching and I'm going to show you how you can bring it all together to make sure that your training is as effective as possible. To recap, make sure you're getting your ballistics and your plyometrics in at the start of the session. These will get you warmed up really well and set you up for a really good gym session. Then ensure you have a clear, structured training plan, so you're not just getting to the gym and then deciding what to do. I have that full program I created for exactly this purpose, so make sure you get that linked down in the description and download that so you have it the next time you get into the gym. After that, make sure you're not overdoing it either in the gym or on the mats. Ensure that you're not going crazy, maxing out in the gym every time, or rolling to the point of complete exhaustion every time you're in jiu-jitsu. Remember, you want to be able to stack these weeks together for long periods of time to make progress. And finally, make sure you're fueling yourself adequately for the training at hand. Make sure you're having enough carbs for energy and enough protein for recovery. So there you have it. Now you know some of the core, most effective principles for building strength on the mats. Head down to the description and download that free program. It's going to help you so much more than trying to figure it all out by yourself. And if you want further information on what I think people are doing wrong in the gym, I'll link another video here where I walk through some of my favorite alternatives to the most common lifts that you'll see people do in the gym: the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.